to call you for. So you see, I'm a better friend. All your flaws I will mend. You will be together, together. Come to the point, I apologize. No hard feelings when I ride. Say what you want me to do. Again, I'm sorry, I've not been true. Come for me, Mary, lend me your ears. I'll speak what you want to hear. Come for me, Mary, losing you is all I fear. Come to the point, I apologize. No hard feelings when I ride. Say what you want me to do. Again, I'm sorry, I've not been true. Let's not fight, I'm still a star, shining bright. But for once, I think you're right. Come for me, Mary, lend me your ears. I'll speak what you want to hear. Come for me, Mary, losing you is all I fear.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final game of League Play in IEL Season 5. I am Chop02, casting tonight's game with Stocko.
How's it going, Chop? This is going to be interesting, as you was giving me a quick rundown to begin with. DejaVu versus Primal. A battle for top seed, and in fact, it's a battle for the top 3 seeds, really, in the Master League.
Certainly the biggest game of the week, and possibly of League Play, in fact, in its entirety, which is why we've put it on the Friday game. Everybody has no games and can watch this game in all its glory. We have the Paul Canning streaming as usual these Friday games. He's the big streamer for these weeks of League Play. And obviously next week will be playoffs, which these guys are not necessarily fighting for the spot in playoffs, but for their better position in playoffs. They want to be able to get as good as they can in this, because if DejaVu win, they get the first in their division, and I believe that will put them as the second seed. Just double checking that they will. They'll be second seed in all playoffs if they can do this, which would be really good for them. Overtaking all to Celerity, and if Primal win, then they'll overtake DejaVu into the second seed, and DejaVu will drop down to third. So these guys are playing quite heavily for a better position, and it'll be a great position for whoever wins tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the difference between an easier run and a slightly more difficult run, especially for DejaVu themselves. But as I was saying before, it's kind of down to help their franchise standing as well. As we've seen literally a whole season, Bad Karma have been on top, but they've just about lost out to Auto Celerity due to win percentage. And if DejaVu can win tonight, they'll end up finishing first. So again, we'll probably see the egos coming out if DejaVu manage to win tonight throughout the whole of the actual franchise themselves.
You're absolutely right, and whilst we're waiting for teams to join in the next 7 minutes, we also have a preview written by Andersap, who's been doing a lot of these previews in recent times from the news team and is the professional on the case. He wrote it last week as well, so a couple of the things might have already changed, such as all their games already played this week and their positioning on the table. But just reading it out, the very final game of League Play in Season 5 will take place between DejaVu and Primal in the Alpha Conference of the Master League and will surely be an electrifying clash. Both teams are currently placed at the top of the table, DejaVu in first and Primal in third. DejaVu have had a season to remember, as ahead of the final week, have gotten the better of the opponents in 12 out of 14 games, and with a remarkable winning percentage of 70%, sit on the very top of the Alpha Conference. This obviously has changed, though. Just taking a break from it. This has changed because Auto Celerity have played their games this week and have won them both, meaning that they are currently top of the table. DejaVu dropped to second, purely because they haven't played this game and won it yet. If they win this, they will return back to the top of the table, but Primal do remain third as at the start of the week. Last week they lost a hit or miss, which was a substantial upset. However, they did well to fend off Austrian Force. In that Austrian Force series, Nugget was the main man as he bagged himself 8 goals, 5 assists, and with the whole team scoring 5 goals in 3 out of the 4 games, they are an absolute unit offensively. Primal did not have a good week as they suffered defeats to Auto Celerity and R5. Both of those teams are out of considerable quality. However, if Primal wish to have a chance against DejaVu, they must be able to win such games. They do have a record of 11-3, and as 2 of the 3 losses occurred last week, they may not have accurately reflected their true quality. Last week they conceded 2.9 goals per game, which is not going to be good enough against DejaVu. Against R5, Farrell was their most valuable player as he scored 8 of the team's 13 goals, and he must be backed up this Friday. This top of the table clash is shaping up to be a belter of a series, and with the team's playstyles is bound to be an entertaining one. So, a couple points there is DejaVu have played R5 already, and they swept DejaVu swept R5. So, going from that, Primal not having the best series against R5, with R5 winning 3-2, DejaVu having played R5 and sweeping them. That's probably going to kind of hurt Primal's confidence, I'd say, going into this.
Yeah, I completely agree. Primal, if they don't win this, they are under a lot of pressure. Just not not necessarily against the teams they've got to play in the playoffs as they have confirmed their spot, but mentally losing this game tonight, it would really, really push them back almost, because Primal have had a really good season all the way throughout, and towards the end the form's just been slightly off, which is unfortunate, as we saw a very good game between them and Bad Karma, although they did end up getting swept. They put up a challenge, and we've seen Primal put in some fantastic performances, so if they can put in a fantastic performance tonight against DejaVu, they'll have some momentum going into the playoffs, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and Chairman Meow in chat is wanting Primal to take this, so he's going to be wanting them to perform well tonight, unlike they did against R5, because I believe he's from Mortal Celerity, who are currently top, and they're going to be wanting to keep that position, and they will if Primal can get the win tonight. So Mortal Celerity and their whole roster definitely going to be wanting Primal to take this win.
Yeah, definitely. Celerity, they'll almost be praying right now. There'll be a lot of Primal fans from the Celerity franchise, but I do think there's going to be more Primal fans out here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point. People kind of want stuff to stay the same. They have a lot of, I guess, people are quite happy with how they are, and I don't think that DejaVu winning this, Primal winning this, is really going to benefit anybody other than themselves. In that DejaVu staying where they are kind of keeps everything the same. So, in fact, I think I'm going to backtrack on that, and I'm just going to say some teams will prefer it and some teams won't, because some teams want it to stay the same and some teams are going to need it to change. Those teams who are like the 13th seed might need it to change, quite possibly, and this might be how it happens. So there's going to be some rippling consequences from whoever wins this tonight, for who may even make playoffs, in fact, or get a better seed as well, quite possibly.
Yeah, tonight both teams are definitely making playoffs. The final outcome is just the better seed, really. Celerity have done, again, fantastically well this season as a franchise, finishing first, as I said earlier. Celerity, if they could finish first in the Masters League, that would be a real boost for them, because obviously then they'd have to play the 12th seed, which I guess you could say it's not going to be easy, but it is supposed to be the easiest game of them all. So whoever gets that first seed, you're basically backing them to go straight through round one. Or round two, sorry, because you get a bye in round one, don't you?
Yes, so getting a top two in the division, which they are fighting for at the moment, will give them that. And also, the difference between second and first in your division, for what that bye means, is that both of them get a bye, but the difference is one of them is going to play an easier team. So being the fourth seed, which is what my team currently is, the fourth seed means that you get the bye in the first round, but you play the fifth seed, the winner of the fifth seed versus 12th seed. So you're playing a really good team in the next round, most likely. And if you can get into what DejaVu are trying to get now, which is the second seed, then they're going to play some of the easier teams. I can't quite remember who they're going to, what seeds that's going to entail. I'll quickly see if I can check that out just now. So the second seed would play the winner of seed 7 and seed 10. So that would be a substantially easier game, playing what is most likely going to be predicted to be a seed 7 rather than a seed 5.
Yeah, and you've kind of just got to, at the start of the start of your predictions, you've kind of got to go with the top seed teams, and with this, obviously, it's hard to say because there's a lot of fantastic teams in the actual Master League themselves. Obviously, they're literally all grand champs, and if any of them can perform to, let's say, the full potential, then it's going to be a completely different game when it comes to the playoffs. But at the same time, a lot of teams do have some sort of reputation for not being as strong as others. For example, take Bad Karma. We've seen them have an absolutely fantastic season, all season round, actually, and they have done really well, and we kind of expect them to do well in playoffs. But if they have one blip in a series, then that puts them into the lower bracket, and it's a completely different game for Bad Karma and their opposition.
Yeah, and there's, I think, just saying this now, there is a poll currently in chat as well. So if you want to make your predictions, like we're about to as well, you can quickly go ahead and vote. Currently, it is in favour of Primal at 9 to 5 votes. But Stocko, who would you say you predict to win this tonight?
I knew you was going to ask me this, and I really didn't want you to. Personally, I haven't
difficult questions here.
Yeah, it's a very difficult question. I've not really seen much of DejaVu Masters, whereas I've watched Primal a few times on stream. I've casted them a few times, so I've kind of got to back Primal. But I do at the same time, I think DejaVu could win it because I feel like they've got a lot more to win. If you get what I mean by that, they can be first seed, whereas Primal can only guarantee second seed.
Yeah, and I would have to say my personal prediction is that this is going to go to DejaVu, and I'm going to predict this to be close as people are saying in chat. I think it's going to go to Game 5 in favour of DejaVu. I think we're going to see Primal fight with the grit of their teeth, and they're going to pull back here, and it's going to make DejaVu struggle, but I think in the end they are going to take this win. Another thing that teams are fighting for as well, which is a good thing to point out, is DejaVu winning this will give them the top of the franchise rankings you mentioned to me earlier. And that would mean that they overtake Austerity and Bad Karma. So both of those two teams are definitely not going to want this to happen because they want to stay at the top of the franchise rankings as if they can. Players seem to be joining.
Yeah, we'll just get it underway.
Yep, here we are. They are going joining now, and we are going to start the final game of Season 5 League play before playoffs. And with this kickoff, Feral wins it. It goes to the opposite half. Flynn into the air, puts it into the wall. Nugget now off of it, makes an attack happen. K3 has to back off. Somebody in the air already. Lionite gets the touch. Goes back in and gets the goal, and I believe, is that an own goal from DejaVu?
Indeed was an own goal, and DejaVu put on the back foot there. I think it was just that little touch there from Lionel, meaning that the ball's dropped down off the corner of the map, and it just couldn't be dealt with in time.
Going back into the kickoff, DejaVu needs to pull back and get rid of his Primal lead. Get rid of the jitters that Server's been famous for having on stream last time, not having them, and seeing if he can keep up this streak. K3 manages to put it off over the ceiling, and Flynn reads it well, takes it onto the ground, tries to get it past to nobody, so Flynn takes it back, tries to pinch it into the corner. It's a great pinch of that. K3 now on the ball, gets past Beryl, the veteran of IEL, and the one to stay on Primal for a long time now. Flynn misses the ball, and Serve takes the shot. Feral gets there just in the nick of time, and gets the save for Primal.
Yeah, this is a very, very end-to-end match here, and DejaVu one goal down, and they had a few chances actually. I think we saw a fake just in front of goal, but Feral didn't fall for it, and DejaVu can definitely get an equaliser here, but at the same time, Primal could be a team that easily makes it 2-0, as we see a shot on goal, and a fantastic save there from K3.
K3 faces off against his teammate Feral and his opponent Flynn in the Season 1 Grand Finals. Definitely a player who wants to win this against players he knows very well. Now off the wall, Serve. Nugget tries to take it as well, gets the shot just off target onto the post. Lion, gets a small touch, the Sheba man himself. K3 backs off, no boost, has to get in the third man position, but it's too slow to get there in time. Flynn now gets the shot that is saved by Serve. Nugget on the wall, Lionite takes a go at it, tries to pass into Flynn, but he misses the ball, and now K3 over to Nugget. Nugget gets the one touch, tries to play into the middle. Feral reads it well, booms it all the way to the other half. K3, last man, gets the touch, but Feral reads it, takes the shot, and it says save from Nugget.
Again, as I said approximately 1 minute ago, end to end, and any team can be the team to get the next goal, and Serve's got an open goal, and he makes it 1-1.
Equalising it now, Server finalist back in Season 3 for Infinity in the Pro League, shows why he was there and tries to get there again, making himself in a good position, and gets this goal against Primal, who are the most streamed team during league play with 5 appearances so far, making them the most streamed team, as I say. Lionite down to Flynn though. Now Nugget, Feral, tries to beat serve and manages it well. It goes all the way over there, but K3 booms it up to Nugget. Nugget now trying to read this, gets it on the backboard, but cannot get another touch with 0 boost in his tank. Serve puts it up. K3 now has to back off. Nobody gets it. Goes back here now, but no boost. It's going to be an easy save for Flynn, and Nugget cannot get the dunk on him. Serve tries to put it into the middle once more. Feral on the ground, keeps it there, tries to put up the wall, but instead leaves it. Now Nugget tries a shot. Lion saves it. Feral has to beat K3. Can't manage it, and Flynn clutches the save.
Yeah, Primal are under a lot of pressure right now, and it's a chance for DejaVu. Can serve, get a shot on goal. It's not on target. DejaVu putting so much pressure on Primal right now. The defensive rotation of Primal seems to be so broken at the minute, and it's another chance for DejaVu, but Primal just about getting away with it.
Flynn, small wave dash, can't do anything with it though. Some mechanical prowess, which DejaVu show in abundance. K3 off the back foot. What a shot trying to dunk Liney. Cannot get it. Liney, what a save from an amazing shot. Almost getting the dunk, but unable to get the goal.
DejaVu definitely want this win. An immense amount of pressure on Primal right now. Primal really need to come back with some sort of reply, because the defense just is slowly crumbling by the second, and if DejaVu can get a goal now, they just need to hold on for just over a minute to get game 1.
K3 putting up. Flynn gets the touch. A small one with using little boost to none. Serve tries to get the pass, and Liney manages to read it. Serve off the wall, gets another touchdown to Nugget. Unable to get the shot, K3 takes the swing at it, and Flynn gets the save, only just managing it. K3 demos Liney, who cannot clear the ball. Feral tries to beat Nugget and does so well. Keeping it on the wall, keeping it close, cannot get it into the midfield. Flynn tries to do it himself. Anyway, Liney up for the shot, off the backboard, can't make it. Feral tries to save him, trying to bail him out, unable to do it too well though. Serve up in the air, K3 now with a shot. A great passing play leads to a goal from DejaVu, who take the lead with 38 seconds left.
I tell you what, I really like how DejaVu have switched the play style up there. They just took that ounce of more pressure from Primal, and by doing that, able to counter-attack Primal to finally break their defense in some sort of way. They've taken the lead, and it looks like they'll be taking game 1.
It looks to be an unexpected victory for DejaVu based on the chat poll, which is 13-7 in favour of Primal. And that has ended it, meaning Primal is the favourite to win this with almost double the votes. And a great save from Nugget. What a save. Primal almost equalising it. Feral, and it's saved by Liney, his own teammate. Flynn back up, trying one more shot, and just a great one, but it narrowly misses. What an attack from there. Feral, Flynn now up for it, no boost to make it. So many attacks coming from Primal, and they leave the attack with no goal to show for it.
Chop, what have we just seen there? Primal hits the crossbar, saving their own shots, and by the end of it, they've conceded an own goal, which is, you've got to understand why. They've had to throw the kitchen sink at the defense of DejaVu, and they've lost 3-1, which is unfortunate, but DejaVu holding on there at the end.
Just an insane attack from Primal, who could have equalised this game with only a few seconds remaining. And it does lead now, without them getting that goal, to DejaVu taking the win. And they do get that last goal in the end, which is just getting them more stats, because we are getting close now. This is the final game, and they're going to be needing this to edge out in the stats. And quite possibly get the stat leaders in something, which I'm sure some of these players would love to have.
Well, I can tell you what, Chop, if this series is the exact same way that game has just ended, we are in for an absolute ride.
And Dingo is currently supporting Primal with 150 bits donated to that cause, wanting Primal to win. A lot of people supporting them, Milnus wanting to support Liney, and so is Solar as well. Solar obviously being the sub for Primal's master roster at the moment, and a long-time player in the IEL, and even a manager for them, in fact. There's a lot of big names here, and DejaVu is probably the biggest team in terms of the names, with so many finalists in this roster, and just so many long-term players with so many good records in their teams. This is quite a big roster, and Primal also have some really old-time names. Feral and Flynn dating back to the really old times, and Liney a kind of new player, but is showing up massively with Primal. Now into the middle line, he tries to get a shot, but no boost to show for it yet. Cannot get it. Nugget tries to beat Feral, unable to do so. K3 off the backboard, gets the save, and a great shot from Nugget out of nowhere. Saved by Primal. What a shot out of nowhere. I couldn't even see that happening, and it just goes amiss.
Yeah, I think it just pinched it off of the crossbar, which I don't know if it was intentional, but it did look like he'd saved it all the way. But as I say that again, Lion being called to make another save as Nugget just misses out on the chance to get a goal.
Now, Flynn trying to take it low. Feral trying to get past K3 with only one. Sliney, it gets the pass, but just a little bit too ahead. Cannot get the shot from Liney. Flynn is past him. Serve manages it. K3 now off the corner. Flynn gets one more touch. Gets a second off of Nugget. Save. Feral gets on the ground. Gets past two. Now Serve last man in net. Liney cannot get the shot on target.
And it looks like Primal are under the cosh again here as Feral gets a demo on Nugget to relieve some pressure on the defense. So it looks like Primal are going to get away with it this time. But every time Primal are going forward, DejaVu are countering perfectly with two players rapidly chasing that ball forward. And as I say that, Primal with a chance. This is going either way right now. It's ping pong action between both goals.
Liney almost getting a great dunk there, I believe he got the flip reset, and he didn't decide to flip there because he was just a little bit too, I believe, over the save, and if it was directly into him, he could have flipped into that and got an incredible dunk, one of the best goals we would have seen, but alas, it did not happen. Feral misses the shot, K3 now with an open net basically to score from. Feral missing the ball led here to DejaVu getting this goal. Just an unfortunate miss from him there.
If I'm being honest, I don't think he actually missed it. I think he tried reading it off of the wall and he's just read it wrong and it's kind of bounced off of his car and gone towards his goal, which, as you said, it is unfortunate, but that puts DejaVu one goal up and Primal need to reply quickly because they do not want to be going 2-0 down in this series.
And they almost did reply quickly with a clutch save there from DejaVu, just about managing to keep their attack at bay. Nugget, a save just coming out from out of nowhere, gets past one as well, tries to take past the whole team, but Flynn comes back from the heavens to save the shot. Serve tries the dunk and it goes to the other corner. A small touch from Liner, gets past Nugget. K3 now tries to do it and does off the wall, cannot get a second touch in fact. Now staying on the ground, Flynn doesn't want to put it up high, and this seems to be a common theme from Primal, not wanting to put it into the air, where DejaVu seems so strong and capable in this game. Now trying to make this attack, goes back into the middle. Nugget, and a great save from Flynn, being a saviour for his team with 4 saves already with just over half the game gone.
Yeah, as you said, Flynn being a real man for his team right now, and Lion coming out with a fantastic save. Primal are being pressured so much, and Feral with a save. Just so many saves for Primal. It looks like DejaVu are going to get his second goal, and Serve puts it in the back of the net to give his team a 2-goal advantage.
Primal have been under so much pressure from DejaVu so far, with 11 shots to DejaVu's name compared to Primal's 5, and they have had to save 8 of those shots right now, with another 2 going in. DejaVu have only missed at least one of their shots so far. Primal just not able to get enough attacks going and get out of the defense. DejaVu are pinning them down until they concede, and they concede another. Serve getting his second of the game.
If I'm being honest, it literally looks like DejaVu are on a completely different level to Primal in this game. The defensive rotation of Primal just seems to be that bit slow and that bit off for DejaVu to capitalise on certain chances.
We're going to need Primal to step this up if they're going to do anything. This game is likely going to be a loss unless they can respond immediately. Feral trying to respond now with Flynn up for the shot, cannot make it. Now Nugget misses the ball. Serve misses the ball again as well. Leaves Liony with a free save. Feral cannot get there though. K3 now has a free pass to Nugget. Nugget is up in the air, goes up but cannot get the shot on target. Now K3, no boost, gets the one touch. Serve tries to follow it up, cannot do any more. Nugget now with the shot himself, goes miss again. Now Serve off the wall. K3 backs off a little bit, allows Serve to be the one to take this. Tries to get the pass into K3. K3 muscles his way through and claims the 4-4 DejaVu.
K3 must have some big muscles because that was an absolute fantastic 50-50. Just the way he dodged at the perfect time to just take that ball through with his momentum, and it's 4-0 to DejaVu. No chance really in this last minute for Primal.
Primal are going to lose this game, and there is no doubt about it. We have never really seen any sort of comeback of this sort of substantial amount, so it is almost certain at this point. All Primal need to do now is forget this game and know what they need to do. They need to figure out the playstyle that works against DejaVu, and that is going to be tough. Being pinned down in their defense, they need to sort out being able to clear the ball, because with these amount of saves, it's working, but they're not getting the clears after these saves, which is resulting in them having to get save after save after save. And if they cannot figure this out, then they're going to lose this in even a sweep, quite potentially.
The question is, Chop, with just under 30 seconds remaining, we need to look at the next games, or the next set of games. Can Primal get that reverse sweep and really upset the viewers here and really upset the DejaVu master team?
Absolutely, it's completely possible. Primal have all the capabilities to do so. They just need to get rid of these jitters and manage to stop this happening as DejaVu get a fifth and K3 claims a hat-trick for himself. Right now, Primal are struggling to get out and get any attacks going. We mentioned them having 5 shots about 2 minutes ago, and they are still on that same number. They just are not getting shots, and without that happening, it's just not going to work, and they are not going to take this game at all. And so they need to fix that if they are to get the reverse sweep.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's a difference between taking pressure so that you can play on the counter-attack, but then there's taking pressure and not being able to actually get the chance to attack at all. As we look there, Primal, 10 saves there between 3 players. Now, in a master game, obviously they're all very high-skilled, but DejaVu with only 5 saves, half of Primal, and it's just 2 different levels of gameplay right now. You've got Primal, who are literally under so much pressure and not being able to play like how we'd expect them to, and then DejaVu are literally just completely dominating Primal right now.
You're completely right. I think DejaVu are doing exactly that, and if you looked at the first game, you wouldn't have expected that because it was so close between the two. Despite the 3-1 scoreline, Primal almost made it 2-2 in the final seconds of that game, and it could have gone down into overtime, and Primal could have even taken that game quite potentially. The only thing is right now is that DejaVu are just getting shot after shot after shot, and if Primal don't respond, then they're not going to respond game-wise and get these wins, and so they need to concentrate on getting that immediately if this is going to go in their favour. I think, as we all know, Primal are capable. They're 3rd in the table. They're not far behind DejaVu. They're fairly equal teams. I believe DejaVu are all low 1800 players. I think Feral is at 1900 if I'm not mistaken. I think Liony maybe a 1700. And I think, yeah, I think they're a little bit more varied. I think it's less so 3 1800s, and it's like 1900, 1700, 1800, that sort of deal. So I guess in an average, they're fairly similar MMR-wise.
But then you got to take a look at DejaVu, and as I said, I've not actually seen them play this season, but watching this first game, I'm extremely impressed with how they've played. They've completely been able to dominate attack. They've been able to control the defense, and even when they are defending, the way they counter against Primal, it's almost amazing to actually watch. Like, it's actually entertaining because they do it so smoothly. It looks so clean. Like, you can tell they put in a lot of practice with each other, and they just fit like a jigsaw puzzle.
I think the big thing is we're not seeing a lot of mechanical plays happening that you'd expect, because these guys are very mechanical teams. They're not so much rotational based, but they are very mechanical. And I think DejaVu are just kind of getting into their groove a bit with this. And if they can, I think with a 5-0 win, going into this next game, I think they're going to be even more mechanical with this. And Primal can take advantage of them trying to go for a lot of flashy plays in this next game. I think Primal could quite easily take advantage of, in fact, and then quite easily get the win because of that. And with that boost of confidence, it might lead to them getting the win.
I mean, definitely, but you can never count out the reverse sweep. Come on, Chop.
Yeah, I think the reverse sweep is completely possible. I just think it's going to be difficult for them unless they can take advantage of the mistakes DejaVu make, which is so little, but it is still enough that you can get goals out of it. And so you need to utilize that well, otherwise they will not get the win. But it's entirely possible if they can work that out, and they need to use this time to discuss that and find the weaknesses that are lying there.
Yeah, and it does seem they've got plenty of time as we're still waiting for them to join the game, and maybe that's what they're doing. They're taking the time to discuss what they need to improve on.
Well, I think they certainly should use that time at the very least to do that, seeing as they have it. You might as well use it, because there are some points you can do, like these mechanical things. They're not making mistakes mechanically, but they are going for a lot of mechanical plays that make them very open. So whilst these plays are working for them, if you can make sure that they don't work and you can defend them, then it's going to be kind of an open net for them, because they've used a lot of mechanical plays, which means that they don't have any boost to get back. So there's going to be less of a defense for DejaVu, which means Primal, if they can make sure they get a clear, they can make a good attack. And it means they should have few shots, but quality shots that do go in with possibly open nets, or at the very least very empty nets, that mean that they can get a lot of the goal free to shoot at. So they need to make sure that these clears are the big thing to concentrate on. Big clears that you can counter-attack with.
I think before we get into this game, we should make an agreement that if Primal get a reverse sweep, Crusader must donate 1,000 bits. Are you happy to make that agreement, Chop?
Oh, absolutely. Crusader has agreed. I think Crusader agrees.
He does agree.
Yes in chat.
He said we all saw it.
Yeah, so good for Crusader. Donating 100 bits if Primal can win. So Primal funding IL next season. Primal, you got to win now.
The pressure's on.
Feral into the air. K3 misses the ball. Serve now off the wall. Can't get it though. Nugget decides to take advantage. Lion down to Feral. Feral with a shot. Cannot make it. Tries to get the pass to Lion instead, but Lion drops down with 2 little boosts to make it. Flynn has almost a full tank here to make this play, but Lion steps in and with no boost just feathers down onto it. Serve passes down to Nugget, and it's saved by Feral into the air. K3 goes and takes advantage, soars like an eagle, tries to get the hits. Lion backs off. Feral passes to Flynn. Filling off the backboard. Now a shot from Feral goes too wide and cannot get a shot on target.
Just watching that, that's the opportunities you need to be taking if you're wanting to come back. It's literally an open goal, really, and he just wasn't able to get up high enough to put the ball on target. But good start here from Primal, a lot better than the previous 2 games. They must have changed something.
Now, Feral, 50 serve and manages it. Go to the corner, Lion demo serve. Now, Flynn gets the boost, cannot get Nugget. Nugget into the middle. Lion blocks it well and 50s to the side. Feral up into the air. Tries to pass to Flynn. Flynn cannot get the shot, but Feral does, and it's saved by K3. Lion is tackled out the way by K3 now. K3 is demoed by Lion. Flynn manages to get past Nuggets. Now only K3 in net. Flynn tries to get past him. Serve is on the front post with the boost to clear it. Lion down into the middle. Feral with the shots cannot get a good one, and it's a missed opportunity there from Primal, which could have led to the goal. Primal are now in their element and are pinning DejaVu down.
It's like they've swapped players, really. Primal are doing exactly what DejaVu did to Primal in the first 2 games, and DejaVu are just about hanging on to it. But if Primal can take 1 or 2 of their chances, it's going to be a very, very nice start to the reverse sweep conquest for Primal. But it is possible that if Primal can get 1 or 2 goals, then they've got a very, very good chance of some sort of comeback.
My prediction was that they would be missing mechanical plays in this next game because they were going for 2 flashy ones, which is exactly what is happening. DejaVu are missing mechanical play after mechanical play, which is exactly what they didn't do. Serve! What a shot by Serve! Just going amiss and cannot get it. Nugget into the middle trying to follow up with it. K3 with a shot blocked by Lion. Nobody's in net for Primal. For DejaVu. And Serve! What a clutch save by Serve! The madman gets a shot and then gets a save. Both equally insane, and now K3 clears it to Nugget. Nugget into the air, now Serve making a play off the backboard. Nobody's there for DejaVu, and it is saved by Primal.
How do you explain that? Primal had an open goal and Serve just appears out of nowhere with just some magic spell and manages to put the ball onto the crossbar. That should have been a Primal goal, and you cannot blame Primal there. They almost took the chance, but Serve just didn't allow it, and DejaVu are literally hanging on they're just hanging on, and this is absolutely insane from Primal. I don't understand how it's still 0-0.
They were certainly hanging on by a thread. Now nobody back for DejaVu again. They're currently going back, and Nugget gets in just in time on the front post to clear it away. Great play by him. Serve misses the ball. Now K3 goes past as well. Line into the middle. Anybody up for Primal? It's Beryl. Beryl misses the ball. Flynn now with a shot. Goes in. Primal will take the lead in game number 3.
It's gonna be happening. Primal find that first goal, and it does come due to a DejaVu mistake, which maybe that's what they've been waiting for, just that tiny bit of luck. But Primal 1-0 up, over a minute remaining. Can DejaVu still get this sweep, or can Primal kind of come back with some sort of comeback?
The chat erupts for that play. Now Primal in the lead do what they couldn't do before, trying to take the win over DejaVu now in game 3 and attempt the reverse sweep. Going for a second, and Serve gets the save off the crossbar, cleared away by Nugget. Feral has to beat K3. K3 with a fake, gets past one, cannot get past Liney. Nugget now with a shot, gets one, cannot get a second. Feral down to the side. Serve now trying the shot as well. The clear, sorry. Feral into the middle. Now K3 is making the play happen by himself. Liney down to the side. Nugget takes it himself, tries to go off the backboard. Flynn manages to save it well. K3 clears it, booms it upwards. Serve cannot get it with only 9 boost in his tank. Feral misses the shot, cannot make a play. Flynn tries it himself, goes into the middle. Liney has to get the shot now, but cannot make it. Gets the pass, it goes all the way up. K3 up there for the shot. Flynn to the side, denies it, and this will be a win for Primal.
You say that it's not yet touched the ground, it's still up. Can DejaVu K3? It does finally hit the floor, and Primal hung on there. 2-1. I tell you what, Chop, this is getting extremely exciting. This is not over. I think we need another server maintenance message, because Primal have literally just turned it on.
I think Solar's bank account is going to need some maintenance after this, donating £100 if Primal can take this win. Absolute madman trying to fund the Master League entirely next season, quite possibly. But nevertheless, Primal are showing a lot more promise this next game. Serve, after getting so many shots and so many goals last game, has not got a single shot this game, and only 5 to the entirety of DejaVu. And Primal have a total of 7 shots, and they only needed the 1 to go in to take this series, this game, and are now trying to take the series. And with the play we've seen here, Primal have fixed the problems, and DejaVu are missing shots left and right. If DejaVu are to deny this reverse sweep and win this next game, they are going to need to stop missing. If they get to a game 5, I reckon the nerves will kick in for DejaVu. It's happened before with Serve in the grand finals of season 3 that he was in. It did kick in those nerves, and it did make him play a lot worse. And when you're a mechanical player like he is, and you keep missing those shots because of the nerves, it just is so difficult to fix. And it's a difficult play style when that happens. But otherwise, he just is in his own element and can do so well. And if he doesn't fix this now, it's going to be so difficult for DejaVu in game 5.
Yeah, as you said, we're now into game 4, and that is kickoff itself. Primal, can they make this series 2-2 with a chance of a reverse sweep, or I can't say the name, DejaVu gonna make it? As I'm waffling, Flynn puts it in the back of the net.
It took so many minutes last game for Primal to get one, and all it took was 11 seconds here for Flynn to claim one this game, and manages to get a goal in only the 11 seconds I aforementioned earlier. And now DejaVu leaving their nets open constantly. It's going to be difficult now. They need to get this rotation sorted. Rocks need to have a word with your team. Flynn up for a shot and misses. A great pass by Feral, and the play just cannot happen. Feral has to go from the right side to the left. A play you do not want to make, but nobody there for his team to help him out. Serve to the right side, a great clear, not putting into the middle, which most players would do here. K3 to the side, Feral intercepts, gets one, tries the second and cannot get the shot. Nugget tries to beat Flynn and does, goes to the side now, Nugget, no boost to get this, but manages to pick up 100, trying the shot now, and it will almost go in, it's a shot on target. Serve can't get the shot either, and it goes a miss. Flynn fakes one, now only has to get past the remaining two. Passes to Feral. Feral gets the shot off target, just a little to the side. Primal was shot after shot and only had the one goal from the kickoff earlier.
Yeah, this is insane. Serves had plenty of chances, and there's a few passes coming out here right now from Primal. But as I said last game, Primal are a completely different team right now, and it's almost amazing to watch, and this fourth game is going to be extremely entertaining as Primal look to try and find a second goal, and DejaVu are under the cosh right now from the immense pressure that they're facing from Primal.
Serve with another miss, now K3 has to bail him out, and Feral denies the clear well. Flynn fakes two but can't get past the third. What a play by Flynn, just not able to get the goal for it though, almost getting an amazing fake there. What a great play from him, and I'm just speechless after that. I can't talk about anything else, it was just a great one. Now tries to get another, passes down to Feral, to Liney, sorry, but cannot get the shot now. Feral into the middle, Liney with a shot, just goes to the corner and bounces backwards. Flynn now pinches it off the wall. Serve gets it to the left, but only 12 boost, can't get a second one and just floats down. K3 with one small touch. Serve now, misses the shot. Serve just missing left and right now. It allows Primal to get open net after open net and at least get the attack if it's not open. K3 backs off, Serve passes to him, Feral intervenes. Liney decides to back off and backs off even more, going upwards, trying to receive a redirect, goes up for the shot, passes down to Flynn, Flynn now, and it goes in. What a passing play by Primal.
I am speechless. What a way to just drop the ball down to Flynn, just to pop it into the right side of the goal. It wasn't a fantastic shot, but it did the job, and that puts Primal 2-0 up. It looks like the series is going to be 2-2 unless DejaVu can find some sort of way to reply in the second half of this game, but it does look unlikely if they carry on playing the way they have been.
Although now only one back for Primal, Liney gets the save nonetheless. Feral, what a being up by Feral. K3 to the right. Now Nugget takes a swing at it, gets one, tries to get a second, gets past Flynn. Feral last man back, the 1900 gets the save. Flynn cannot beat one there. Now Feral missing that. Liney is demoed by Nugget, and DejaVu clutch on.
Again, we see another fantastic play actually. DejaVu on the counter. Nugget not even going for the ball, but just going for the demo, but somehow gets the goal from that. So 2-1, and there's still plenty of time for Primal to lose this lead.
Serve manages to not get the 50 win on Flynn, and it goes to the left. Liney cannot get there though. Now K3 with the shot. Now DejaVu almost equalising, but Flynn comes from out of nowhere. Now trying the shot as well. Serve not allowing another fake from the fakester. Feral off the corner, bounces badly for him. Serve tries it, and it's a great 50 to the side, manages to deny the shot. Serve demoing, I believe he demoed two players there from Primal, leaves them quite open, but nonetheless, DejaVu cannot managed to get the goal here. Now Nugget into the middle, Flynn denies the opportunity, goes upwards, serve off the wall, tries to get a second and unable to do so. K3 decides instead, maybe called off in comms there. Feral managed to get the one touch, Liney has to get it and does, puts it to the right, needs a second and gets it again. Feral backs off, allows his teammate to go, is a final man back in net. Liney grabs the back post and now he's on the ball. It is just DejaVu playing now. They've managed to switch this around and Primal are no longer the people who are in control of this game.
Yeah, and with a minute left, that is absolutely deadly for DejaVu and Primal. Primal need to be the team that keep this goal, and it's a chance. Serve just little boost. Can Nugget turn in time? He cannot. He's not going to make it. It's an open goal, and Feral dealing with it perfectly. Primal, they could lose this, I'm telling you.
Oh, Flynn just about keeping that away from the clutches of Nugget. K3 up there, puts it down, and Feral denies the opportunity from DejaVu. It comes back to bite them. Feral saves it once again, and now Serve making attack after attack after attack, and Primal only just clearing it now, is trying to get it back in for another attack with 15 seconds left. It's in the DejaVu half, making the final attack, 10 seconds to do it. Trying to equalize it, Serve up for K3. K3 denied by Flynn. Flynn almost getting a shot of the century. Nugget denied. Feral now with a final shot. Flynn getting it, and Feral claims it. Primal make it a game 5.
I was about to say, what a save there from Nugget. That looked absolutely insane, but Feral on his way down just pokes it into an open net, and Primal hanging on there at the end and somehow managing to come out 3-1 winners.
Whilst Primal were stuck in their half, the final 2 minutes of that game, they still got the goal that DejaVu couldn't. DejaVu leaving that goal open from their own, getting desperate for a goal, which of course is what you want, because losing that final goal there to make it a 3-1 is no different to a 2-1 in that realistic sense. You might as well just commit everything to the attack to clutch on to try and equalize it and make it an overtime, but alas they could not do it, and it goes to game 5. Primal need this win, and so did DejaVu. Both of them is all equal now, and the shots are also pretty equal, with 8 shots to Primal, and also, I believe that's 7 shots to DejaVu. Almost equal there. Primal just about edging out DejaVu in the shots, but getting better shots, which is again what I said would most likely happen. Quality over quantity for Primal, and yet still they're getting just a little bit more quantity over DejaVu, even still.
And before we get into this next game, let's not forget that Solar said he was going to donate £100 if Primal reverse swept. We've got to hold him to that. And Crusader with that 1,000 bits, we're holding you, boys. We're holding you.
It is £100 on the line now, thanks to the Scottish legend, the Haggis hero. And it is going to be a game 5 situation like last Friday, Royals versus Bad Karma. Some of the best teams in the other division, and now the best teams in this division as well are playing for these playoff positions. Nugget tries to make the play early on. Liney denies it. Flynn now making an attack. K3, easy save for him. Gets it off the wall, and Liney denies it. All 2 players, in fact, with DejaVu back. Serve is the one to get it, and makes an attack here. Liney denies it, though. Managed to get a pinch off the corner. Can't get another, though, with only 46 boost, although does get a little bit of a touch. Down to Flynn, who's trying to make this pass. Down to Feral. K3 denies it. Feral, what a read. And into the air. Nugget goes up. Now Liney off the wall. Backs off, allows his teammate. Goes up now. He has to hit this, and he does. To the left. Now it's a shot. Serve decides to get it into the pass instead. K3 into the middle, gets one more touch. Might have been a bad idea, although it might have been read by Primal anyway. Liney into the corner. Feral is there, but 14 boost can't help too much. Serve with a shot to the top right corner and claims the first goal of game number 5.
Yeah, a fantastically placed shot there for Serve, and it gets past Feral and Flynn, and that could be a very, very vital goal for DejaVu in game 5. If only he could have done that in the previous game, they may not have been in this position now.
Onto the corner. Feral tries to get the pass. 1 boost, has to 50 and does, but it goes into right the middle of them both and just drops down. Flynn into the middle. Feral tries to bump 1 in net. Can't do it. Liney equalises it up, and it's now all equal back again in game number 5.
Just over a minute, Chop, and it is 1-1 between both teams. DejaVu just crumbling in defence there with the rotation, and Lionel just placing the ball under Nugget, and what a fantastically placed ball. It wasn't complex, but it did enough to do the job.
It's in the net now. K3 with a clutch save, and Nugget clears it. Rule number 1, somebody breaks it. From Primal, I believe that is, and they deserve to lose for that. Liney off the corner. Feral drops down with little boost to do anything. And it is going into the middle, but nobody for Primal there to get the shot. Flynn not risking it with 2 players already up. A smart decision if he couldn't get the shot, and it was a little bit too fast, so very well might have been the right decision. Feral tries to make this by himself now with a little bit of boost, but can't do it with such little. Liney tries to shot, but it's denied by Nugget to the other side. Now into the corner. Flynn gets it over one. Can't get past the second, so Ferrell does it instead. It's a passing play. Flynn goes far wide into the corner. K3 has to beat Liony and does off the ceiling. Flynn booms it upwards, and Nugget, the little boost, in fact, none of it, in fact, but manages to clear it, going from one side of the net to the other.
Yeah, we've seen the game slow down a bit more here. And as I say, that off of the crossbar from Nugget. Both teams have got such a great opportunity to take this win. It's just which team can really find that opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net.
Ferrell gets a clutch save, and now Flynn has to do it. Nugget trying to make an attack again off the ceiling, can't get a second, tries the ground pinch, and it goes just a little off target and can't get the follow-up touch. Miss just now. A great opportunity from DejaVu. He needed a player to help him with that. A great pass, but not a great shot, and he needed somebody to help him there. Serve backs off. K3 loses it. Flynn off the ceiling, tries to get it off the backboard now. Just goes wide. Ferrell with a shot, and it's saved by Nugget. Primal denied a win.
I think for approximately 2 minutes of this game, I've had my head in my hands. Ferrell with such a great opportunity there, off of the backboard, and he's just, all these double taps are coming so close. He just needs to find that perfect angle, that sweet spot, and Primal will have this game, but don't count DejaVu out just yet. They've still got the opportunity.
Now, into the middle. Liony can't do it. This is exactly what you want from the final game of league play in this season. The two best teams all equal in game number 5. 2 minutes still left, just under in fact. Serve tries to put it into the middle. Liony misses it. It's going into the middle. Liony has to hit it and does manage to not miss that one. Tries to get this one, but Serve gets the slightest touch. Nugget is there. Now K3 has to back off. Liony with a shot. Goes just above the crossbar. Anybody from Primal? Nobody can get it, and DejaVu managed to clear it just in time. K3 off the wall. Can't get past Flynn. It's in the middle. Ferrell turns around, tries to make the shot, but can't. It is denied. Nugget now has boost. Goes up into the air. Ferrell's bumped. DejaVu can't get the goal. It's saved by Ferrell nonetheless. What a clutch save by Primal.
Both teams hanging on with a thread here, and it's a chance for DejaVu. Serve puts it in the back of the net.
Serve now 4 shots now and managing to get his second one for DejaVu. K3 what a pass into the middle, and it's just a little bit open, and Serve can find that openness in the net and gets the shot. Now having the lead for DejaVu. Primal need an attack in the next 55 seconds that leads to a goal. Liony trying to make that immediately, drops down into the middle. Liony cannot get this now, he needs to turn. Instead, Flynn is now up here, goes to the right side. Nobody's there, but Nugget is here for DejaVu. Goes off of the backboard, can't get a second touch, but Liony can. Ferrell tries to take this himself, goes off the wall, gets one, off the ceiling, tries to pass. A little flip reset, but nothing of it. Now Flynn with a shot on target, and it's equal. We're going into overtime if nobody scores the next 27 seconds. Primal, what are you doing?
Primal with the equaliser. I think for the majority of that time that we're playing 3v2 and they've managed to capitalise on it, but they've equalised once more. Primal are not out of this after stacking all the odds against them. This is Primal's chance now.
This is almost going to be the Royals versus Bad Karma situation if DejaVu can deny this reverse sweep in overtime. Ferrell booms it upwards, trying to make a final attack and not let it go into overtime. Serve with the save. 7 seconds left. K3 with a final attack for DejaVu. Flicks one, tries to boom it past one, but Ferrell gets the save, trying to make it touch the ground. Serve not letting it though. Flynn booms it upwards. K3 is the only one there for DejaVu and denies it. We're in game 5 overtime.
Game 5 overtime, and this is going either way. I cannot call this myself. Primal obviously getting that equaliser, and DejaVu, if they throw this series now, it's going to be an absolute shocker.
The final game of league play goes into a game 5 overtime. Everyone predicted it to be close. Will the fans be right about Primal taking this? Nugget gets the save. Flynn tries to put it into the middle. Nugget over to the wall. Flynn now backing off, allows Liony to get the touch. Liony Messi trying to live up to the name of Lionel Messi, of course. Liony turns around, tries to make this attack. Nugget is trying to let him not get it off the ceiling, but flips instead of double jumps instead of flips, sorry. K3 off the ceiling. Now an attack. Ferrell off the backboard. Liony cannot go up just yet, but now he's there with the target. You are watching the best of IL.
Primal with the reverse sweep in the last game of league play for the IEL, and what a shot there from Lionel. What a fantastic last 3 games for Primal.
Primal take this with the reverse sweep into overtime. Lionel Messi does in fact live up to the name, and Serve, Nugget and K3 are left in 3rd place. Primal takes 2nd place in the division. Auto Celerity remain in number 1, and DejaVu's crown falls once again.
Primal, the reverse sweep, they've got my heart beating through my chest right now. We saw in Prospect that DejaVu got the reverse sweep on Primal, and Primal Masters have just got the revenge for the Prospect Primal team and reverse swept DejaVu themselves. And DejaVu will not be the top team in the franchise standings. That will stick with Auto Celerity for this season of IEL.
I don't think we could have asked for a better final game of league play. Smiles on everyone's faces, and boy was that close. Absolutely insane there. 600 bits donated by Crusader, much love of course, as always, and Solar's bank account is going to be destroyed. The manager's donating as much money as they can for this. Absolutely insane performance from Primal, and Feral, Liony and Flynn will be over the moon. With their past performances not going as well as they'd hoped compared to previous seasons, this is Primal's season.
I feel like now I've come down to earth a bit more. I'm still shocked at that. DejaVu looked like they were literally just gonna sweep easily. The first 2 games, DejaVu looked so clean and the rotation was so perfect. The way they were playing, there was no flaws at all. But then the server went down and Primal came back with different players. Primal literally stepped up to the plate and just completely took that sweep away from DejaVu and said, let's just reverse this right quick and let's take it ourselves.
I cannot believe what we have just seen, and it's completely insane that has just happened. Absolutely the best of IEL in league play, and we finish it off amazingly and as strong as ever, and hopefully playoffs will be even better before, because this is just an insane series, and if this is even league play, then playoffs, I can't believe what's going to happen if they play again in playoffs, because it's absolutely possible that they're going to play each other in playoffs, and other great teams as well. I'm sure everybody's going to be afraid here, and Primal, so much heart to take this back from DejaVu's grips. Just insane. No more words I can say. It's just unreal.
Yeah, extremely unreal, but what a fantastic game to end the IEL season on. Primal versus DejaVu, a game 5 overtime, which leads to a Primal reverse sweep. You do not see this in RLCS sometimes.
That will conclude, however, league play of Season 5 of the 8 weeks has gone incredibly strong, and it's been better than ever, and we are going to see playoffs happen starting next Friday in just 1 week's time now, so 7 days. We're going to start up again with playoffs of Prospect League. Saturday will be Challenger, and then Sunday will be Prospect and Challenger of the final games, such as both grand finals will be held on that Sunday, so that's absolutely cannot miss that. And then the following week after, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, will be all of Masters, where you will see both of these teams compete again, trying to get the grand prize pool of £200 for Masters. £380 on the lines in the entirety of IEL this season, so huge money at stake here, and they're going to be really desperate to get this. But I think that there is going to be a podcast during the week of next week. I believe possibly Wednesday or Thursday next week. We're going to have a podcast and maybe something else that's quite special, if that can get done. So do not miss that, because it could be quite a big event. But again, the podcast talking about playoffs, talking about each and every team and the players on those teams. So if you want to hear everything about playoffs and your own team, if you're on that team, or the other teams if you're not in playoffs, and you're in franchise, of course, then we're going to be talking about all of that when that happens in that podcast next week. Probably Thursday will be announcement in the Discord, so join the Discord if you haven't already. Twitter, YouTube, and the website. All of that stuff is all there in the links below as well. We're going to be raiding the Noble Leagues, who are currently streaming as well. So if you have any comments, Stocko, final comments, what do you have to say?
Honestly, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone who supported all throughout the streams on League Play. There's a few out there that have literally turned up to every single stream that we've casted, and it's people like you that are the reason why we were able to do these streams and carry on, obviously providing the league, and yeah, just keep supporting the league, and that the longer it'll go on. But yeah, fantastic games tonight, and we will see you for playoffs.
Yeah, and just from me, the final thing I want to say as well is if you enjoyed this game, there's going to be even better games for playoffs as well. Next week and the week after, it's going to be a huge joy, and if you're out already, then the Season 6 sign-ups in a few weeks' time as well, so stick around for that. But otherwise, we're going to raid Noble and their minor tournament for Watch Lines Gaming. So thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.